As kids, we want to be a lot of things: musicians, architects, scientists, teachers. Our dreams are as different as our interests. We are little learners with big ideas about our lives. Can you see us working? We're creating buildings, exploring with test tubes, smiling, learning. But wait, we actually need something from you to make this possible. We can't become the next great innovator without your help. For just a second, stop thinking about what we're learning and focus on where we're learning. Sure, what we learn is important, but we also need a space that supports our learning. Think back to the best classroom you were a part of when you were in school. What made it the best? Sometimes it's hard to pin down just one reason. Maybe it was what the room looked like. Maybe it was how the teacher made you feel. Really though, it was probably a combination of both those things. Remember in Goldilocks and the Three Bears, the baby bear's porridge had to be just right? Our classrooms are sort of like that. If the classroom environment isn't just right, it makes it really hard for kids to learn. When I close my eyes and imagine the perfect place to learn, I see a big carpet, or a place large enough for our class to gather together. My teacher will need a place to read us books, and my friends and I need a place like this to share our ideas with each other. Open spaces are great, but I also want to see lots of nooks and cubbies. Remember what it was like when you were little? Kids like to hide away and learn. I love centers. I get to learn while playing and exploring with my friends. I know when I see centers that I won't have to do the same thing as everyone else. I'll get to make choices. I like that. Speaking of centers, that brings me to another idea that adults might forget about. When you walk into a classroom, the first thing you need to do is look down. Get on my eye level. What does the room look like? Will I be able to sit in the chairs? Can I reach the things on the shelf? What about the words and labels in the room? Are they at my level? This isn't just about my safety. If you want me to be an independent thinker, I need to be able to work in my environment independently. How would you feel at work if your boss kept the copy paper locked in a cabinet and you had to ask for permission every time you needed it? You need a place to work that allows you to work, right? Well, it's the same for kids. We need to learn in a place that allows us to learn. One of the most important things I need to see in a classroom is change. As our class gets to know one another and we explore new topics, we need the games, centers, books, and toys to change with it. Dr. Julia Roberts from the Center for Gifted Studies at Western Kentucky University has a little advice about this.
The key to engaging a child in learning at home or at school involves interest. So it means you must know your children well.
Dr. Roberts is right. If my teacher shares a book or experiment because she knows it's what I'm interested in, it makes me excited to learn. It also lets me know she cares about my learning. That actually brings up something else to think about. Close your eyes and imagine that amazing classroom again. How did you feel in that place? You cannot educate the mind without first educating the heart. Aristotle. As my family and my teachers, if you want me to learn, to explore, to make mistakes and try again, my classroom needs to feel like a community, like a family. Nancy Houston, literacy consultant for Green River Regional Educational Cooperative, explains more about this.
For a young child, it should be a loving, nurturing environment. When a child walks into a classroom of any kind, the teacher should make sure that they make a connection with that child. It has to be like a family because that's what all they know. And that's true not just of young children, but that's true all the way through school. Little children, unless they know that somebody cares about them, will not be productive. What do you do at home as a parent to make your child know that they've got a safe environment and that they're okay? First of all, you let them know you care about them. Secondly, you do things together. You talk with each other. You have conversations. You have celebrations. You celebrate birthdays and baptisms and weddings. And what you really do is make them feel like they belong. And that's really what a good classroom should look like.
I've heard people say that it takes a village to raise a child, but I'm not sure I agree with that. It takes more than just a village. It takes a village of people that believe in us. We need parents and teachers that believe in us enough to design a learning space with kids in mind. I need to walk in ready to play, explore, and innovate. But before I can do that, I'll also need to be surrounded by adults that care about me enough to get to know me. Adults that help me learn to celebrate successes and work through failures. Close your eyes one last time. Think of a little learner that is special to you. Imagine the perfect place for them. What will they see? How will they feel? Now you know what we need. It's time to make that room a reality for your little learner.